Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner on Amur region, Phase 4 PTS. We're on Cosmodrome. I have, let's see, when we left off, I had dumped everything on the ground because of one of those springy trees that had the whole truck lifted off to the ground. Um, I've since fixed it and I've gotten to the gateway side of that blockage, but I have tried 7 times to cross through the gateway to the next map, and the game crashes. So I've rebooted the game, rebooted the computer. I waited to download a couple mods that were being difficult. I kept getting errors. Well, I did them one at a time, and I had to reboot the game in between each one, but I got them to download eventually. I've done everything in my power to make sure that there's nothing interfering, causing any kind of a glitch, other than fixing the tree blockade. So here I am picking up 2 cement. Make sure I actually got 2 cement. There it is. Let's see if we can get out of here and get these 2 cement down there. Fix the tree blockade. And then try to go across by going up the road instead of around the tree blockade. Let me see what this wants. 2 brick, 2 metal beam, 3 short log. Yeah, screw that. Just go back to tree blockade. Now from here, no. The fuck am I? There I am. From here, go down the hill, across there. And what I did last time is I went through here instead of the obvious around this way. I went through this and I was able to drive right through. So I just basically want to go from there to here, however's the best. There's stuff sitting all over. Trailers. Trailers that are marked. Trailers that aren't marked, like that one. Like the one I just discovered. Is over here. Still doesn't say what's in it, even though I drove up to it, so it must be associated with a contract rather than a task. Might have to get that truck out of the way. I did bring the Maz down there because can I go around this end and down instead of backing around? Yeah, I think so. I did bring the Maz down because I started looking at the file system. Does that go down there? It looks like it goes down to the lake. And then on towards the north end of the map. And then this directs me towards that lane. After I'm in the woods. I know in the past I was always on a road, it just didn't look like that one. Come on back before it... Oh. Let me see if I can back off of that. Or turn the wheels and bring it down. There we go. Get it straightened out and repack the cement. That interrupted me. I was saying that I looked at the file system for the Maz, for the mod of the Maz, and it looked like they pushed out an update a couple weeks ago, which changed or altered the XML file for what type of engine and transmission that the mod uses. But when I looked at the files for the engine and transmission, the files in the My Games folder in Documents, the mod files, it still had the old engine and transmission. It had altered the XML, but not. The XML said it should be using the Russian special engine and the special transmission or gearbox. But then but it wasn't. When I look at engine or gearbox, it still says MAZ 538 instead of special. Oh, there's nothing glitchy about this map. Look at all the big chunks of ice flying everywhere. I just thought of something. I added a new manual mod that makes the rocks, see, like I just drove over those, doesn't do any damage. You go in a certain folder and you type in a certain thing. No, I didn't. I wanted to stay on the wood part. Screw it. Just pull myself across. What's something solid and not that's not solid, is it? Well, it's holding. Last time I came across here with it was with the Maz. Jesus. I drove right across the wood parts. Had to struggle a little with the mud, but I was able to stay on the wood. I wouldn't spin the camera when I do that. Come on. Didn't have reverse because it's in low range. Should we take bets on how many times it'll tip over on the way down there? It won't have any trouble past this part. There's such a difference between being on the wood and sinking into the mud. And I couldn't try to reverse out of it. I was just saying that I made it through there with the Maz just fine. But anyways, I was talking about fixing the Maz. I went in the initial pack and went to the file system in the initial pack where every engine and every gearbox and every wheel and everything that's used in the game is filed. And I took a copy of the engine, the Russian special engine, and copied it over the Maz 538 and did the same thing with the gearbox. The winch and the wheels and the suspension, all that was just fine. Then I came back to the game, sent it to the garage, sold the one that I had because when I tried to put the new parts on it, it was still trying to use the old shit. Bought a new one, outfitted it correctly, and it's like a whole different truck. So I went ahead and pulled that goofy trailer down here, which was a bitch because every time it hits a mud hole, the trailer wants to overrun the truck. That dolly on the front spins sideways and the trailer wants to go right over the top of the truck. So I hate that trailer, but it's what I got. It's the only 8-spot dolly in the game. And if I put a fifth wheel on that particular Maz, I lose all my fuel and repair points. So right now I got it just off in the ditch, so it's not in the fix me zone. Wish it would stay in there. All right. Oh, we're not going to do this in the dark. First, we're going to fix the blockade. Then we're going to get all the trucks out of the way so I can get the other truck out of the woods and use the road to drive up to the gateway. No cargo to load. Oh, I didn't pack it after I dumped over the last time. Now, like I said, seven different times I tried to go through this gateway, and 7 times the game crashed. I know I backed up quite a ways, but I want room for this thing to, I don't know, turn around, I guess, rather than try to back up. You look at her go. I started to say before the truck dumped over the last time that I downloaded or I manually installed a mod that makes the rocks not mess up. It makes the rocks not have any collision. That's what it is. You put a line of code in there. That didn't work. There we go. I heard it click. So now I should be able to back it up, reverse it without that turning on. This thing's very short. It really turns back and forth quick. Now that I got it here, I'll just do something like that. Lock the brake and then unlock that dolly so I don't forget. Shut it off and go get the other truck, which is past the blockage. But I think maybe, why are the trees still there? I'm going to try backing it out of here. I know it's... How many times have I just gone around a roadblock like this? I'm going straight towards a rock, the big rock. The trees are still there. And they're still interfering with getting across the road. And anyways, I was wondering if maybe that thing I manually installed is making the gateways screw up. And this, it said I cleared the road, but yet here it's not clear. The job is gone. There's no place to deliver cement. But you can see that anytime I touch one of those white trees, it fucks me up. And I'm stuck on it. Oh, for fuck's sake. What the hell is going on? The job is gone. What's the tracking on? Oh, the job I'm trying to do. This better not go over again. I'm gonna jump in that Maz over there. Disconnect the trailer. And see if I can do something different to get around this roadblock, like through here. In fact, I'm gonna take the trailer with. Just like downtown. Travel. And now game crash. Not quite yet, but it will. Unless I was correct about the tree thing. But I think it's going to crash right there is where it gets and then it crashes. It should continue, that loading bar should continue across. It does not. Well, see what happens if I just ignore it and wait. But it looks like the job I was trying to do down to Chernokamsk is on hold until either, yeah, it's not going to load, is on hold until something happens that I can get through the gate. I'm just going to go back to Urska River and do something that I can do. Do jobs on Cosmodrome, do jobs on Northern Aegis, and fuck Chernokamsk. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. All right. Well, we'll see you on Urska River in the next one. Thanks for watching.